Hello there, viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. So, the story you've all been waiting for is now here on my channel. You can listen to our interview on Newstalk 93 FM.
It is time for Talk the Ting with Kim. All right. So, firstly, good evening, listeners. Are you seeing or guests? They said earlier that they weren't hearing Champion. Them said Champion voice not quiet enough. So they said they weren't hearing Champion earlier. So, good evening, guys.
Good evening.
Are you guys hearing them? Let me know. Michelle Lawrence, thank you for joining. And everybody who has joined since, thank you for joining. Just let me know if you're hearing our guests, and then we can proceed from here. All right, remember that the Talk the Ting with Kim segment, we're actually going to be interviewing a couple that, okay, they say yes. Everybody's hearing. All right, good. So we will be interviewing a couple that broke up and then got back together. So all of una last week were done me and tell me say it's not possible and it's a waste of time and all these things. I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to show no, say it can be done. I'm not going to tell them, I'm going to show no. All right, so because of that, now we carried in two guests, Tresann and Rohan. Tresann, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. Thank you for having me. I'm well, thank you.
Yeah, man, after she just run to, say, if you see me, the throwaway, whoever was outside, I want to go see throwaway run, must have wonder, walk one.
No mind if we see security at the door.
I'm sure security gets alerted. I want to go, 3 people are running out. And then worse, you know what happened? 2 girls are on the front and 1 man at the back. So it look like an inwear in front.
And then not only that, you guys are not in any fitness wear.
Right?
So not jogging.
Right, now look safe, so guys. If you hear security pull up, we're going to explain something, all right? So them good. They say pull up your chair so they can see you better.
There we
you
go.
Can come over a bit. Rohan, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. I'm good. I'm great, actually.
Okay, well, thank you guys. I'm glad you made it here safely. So we're going to get into it because everybody wants to know about you guys' relationship, right? So we're go to the past. How did you guys meet and how the relationship develop?
Okay, all right. Good evening, viewers, listeners.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having us. So we met back in 2015 on the staff bus, actually. Mind you, we don't work at the same place, but
so hold on, end up on the same staff bus
because it's the government staff.
Oh, okay. Come on, I said something.
Yes, and I used to see him on the bus. I didn't know him. I've been seeing him for a while, and then I don't even know how it started. I don't know how the conversation started, how he started talking to me. And
So,
you can't tell the part there. All right, I'm going to take over.
So who said the first word? Like who made the first?
It's so like him come say, me can't tell the part there.
I remember one day she was on the bus sleeping and I'm like, it's not safe to sleep on the bus.
yes,
Smooth.
You never be awake, you need to be awake to see where you're going to see,
Yeah.
Boom, sorry.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So from there we just start talking like every single day on the bus. We exchange numbers. Didn't know I was gonna get any number, but I got a number.
Because you wake her up.
So and then it just grew. The friendship just grew until it just blossomed into a
relationship. All right. So how long were you guys together in the first instance?
About a year.
So the relationship they're going for a year, good. Things did fine and dandy, or what they go on them time there?
It was fine. It was great in the beginning, but it kind of tailed off.
It tailed off. All right. So when it reached the year now, things start happening. So who now decided that, all right, this not working, let's put a pause on this, and why?
So I was the one who decided. I think all right, in the first off in the relationship, it's like a honeymoon phase and you're not gonna see the true person's colors in the first off. As the relationship continue, you will see things that you don't like, and then you're like, I can work with this, or I can't work with it. Then when I saw, the things that I could not work with, I just said, you know what, this is it.
So as you said, sort of start tape off, and then you decide, it not really a work out in your favor. All right.
So like how they said that there was the honeymoon phase.
The honeymoon phase.
Was,
and then towards the latter part of that first year, things start taper off, and the female, lovely Tresann, said, I don't know if this is what I want. All right.
She likes when it's, up and buzzing. Yeah, some people are like
May I judge you?
No, no, trust me. You have some people that when things are too calm, they don't like it.
Yeah.
And calm isn't necessarily bad.
True.
Because some people like when it's calm.
Yeah.
So you have to just know where you fall, and I get it.
All right. So since this topic now is about how they reunited after we know what is coming. So before you guys reunited, how long were you apart for, and what inspired you guys to rekindle this relationship?
Well, we were apart for...
You can come up a little to
we were apart for about 3 years. Over 3 years, actually.
Over 3 years. So together for 1 year and apart for over 3 years.
Yes, so I think it was basically faith, because she ended up moving into my community.
Okay, wait, hold on there. Before we get to moving back into your community, right?
Yes.
So you said there was about a 3 year apart. No, when you say apart, no, was it like a chance that you might probably message her during that, say hi, how you doing? Do you guys like communicate? Was there any communication?
No.
Like a full silence?
No.
Anybody block anybody?
Radio silent.
Anybody block anybody?
In the beginning, we did.
See there now. Say
She didn't.
Yeah. No, I mean, sometimes you just block for a little moment, Yeah.
Never want to show.
Yeah, right. You want to give yourself, and
I get it.
we discussed that. We said sometimes you need to take a break.
Distance yourself from it.
Sometimes if you keep, cause say some people, every 5 seconds when I check the phone, this is what she do.
And every status you update.
And that's not good.
Yeah.
So if you need a break, you say, block them, and then probably when you think you can take a look now, you just, okay.
So he blocked her. She didn't. He needed some space from it, and there's no shame in that. You did what you need to do for your... All right, fine. So now you said she moved into your community. She just somehow moved from where she there. Hold on, you didn't know where I live, don't it? Tresann, come admit the story now.
You know it for a year.
You didn't know, but when you see the place you rent, now you say,
The thing is,
let's hear.
I have some family members who lives in the same community.
Okay.
And I had to go and live with them for a period of time, and that's how I ended up moving into his community.
All right, so Rohan, so how now she moved into your community? I'm saying nobody had talked to her, so this no transition.
Remember one morning I was at the bus stop waiting for the current bus stop to come.
Yeah.
And I saw these little legs. But the bus came. I had to go, so I didn't get a good look at it.
Right.
And then there was this, again, I know it was fate or divine intervention. One day the bus was late. I mean, extremely late. And it turned out I was talking to a friend, and then lo and behold, I saw her walking up. I was like, I knew I saw her.
Yeah, you see, I saw somebody looking like you, so okay.
To add to that, you're finished?
Yeah, you're bad.
To add to that, a few days after that incident that he just spoke about, I was going through a little phase, and I was not in a good place, and I just went out to clear my head. And this was like after 8 in the evening, and I took a bus from 3 miles, I think it was, to come back to Portmore at that time. And I missed my stop, right? It was a little dark and I couldn't see, so I missed my stop. And I came off at a bus stop, one bus stop before my original bus stop, and then when I came off the bus, I saw him. Had I come off at my bus stop, I would not have seen him. Right? So
Darkness leading you to the lights.
No, but hold on, you know, realize the common denominator another story of the bus them.
Listen me.
I feel like the bus driver them and the bus company need to be very involved and get shout outs.
No, but hear what I'm gonna use now to mash up the head, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if at any time if it was the same driver driving the bus.
Oh well, this time it was the JUTC bus.
Oh, so
not
you-
the
you
So the
think-
government bus
No,
first.
well, no, but you think this man only work for one company? This man said, I've seen these two together.
The man
I've been
said-
driving them around for almost a year.
Right, and it did work out
it
the
was
first
so
time.
beautiful. I'm going to put them back together. JUTC, give me a job.
Well, actually, they sometimes work.
I tell you.
So you see?
I know drivers. They drive for, like, if they get an opportunity, they can drive for somebody else. 'Cause that's what they do.
So there's a point that's how to know the common denominator
Yes.
in the middle of this.
Yeah.
At the bus them.
Alright.
Big up all the driver them.
Yeah.
That out here starting relationships and encouraging and helping our relationship. As AKA Skitty said, true love.
I tell you.
I tell you.
And also, just to pause in there, persons, I see a lot of persons jumping on the live. Just
And they say
remember,
happy couple and all that.
yeah, just remember to go ahead and click the follow button, because if you're not following, you're not going to be able to activate the comments. So click follow so that
Yes.
way you can join in on the discussion. You can comment. If you're not seeing the comment option, it's because you're probably not following. So just go ahead and follow
Yes.
us. Okay?
And on that note, actually, we're going to give the viewers a chance to send in one question.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I have my questions already for them, but you're allowed because based on you probably a listener, you want
Yeah,
a
you
little
want to know
answer to something.
something we
so
never asked.
you guys, send in one question and we'll choose a question to ask them. All right.
Yeah.
So guys, so you know, Tresann, you move to him community, him see some foot, right? And you pass a regular bus stop and go this next bus stop and meet. So how this conversation go now between you now?
Well,
It wasn't long, you know. It wasn't long, you know.
Well, yeah.
I was on my way to actually do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was.
It was a passing, but
Yeah, it's a passing.
how it go though? Like, it was
good.
good. See,
It was a good
it
part.
was good on his part.
So
I'm hearing Tress
he
now.
was like, T, what you doing on the road at this time of the night? You don't know you're not supposed to
Good
be here
man, this in a
alone."
man. Good man,
Him wake
this in
her
a-
up when she asleep.
All right.
And then at night
But
him
look
say,
out
why you
there.
out the
Kim,
road?
I can tell you right now, as a man who have seen things out there on the road and seen people interact with persons that they have known or probably have been with,
Yeah.
seeing them again for after 3 years in your community space, it would not be you shouldn't be on the road this time. of
Worst
night.
member say him did block her. So she could have in her face and said, what your business about me up on the road?
Should have been, it could have been, what you are doing at my place? You see me? So, trust me, I like that energy. So, she must probably get a little signal that say, boy, this a man you must either him mad or him good.
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you something. After that, he gave me a hug. And we, went our separate ways. And then I turned around to look back at him.
Oh, you look back.
And he glanced back at the same time.
A movie, people.
Me don't need to watch no Lifetime. I have movie in the studio.
No, sir.
Because both of them glance back and make eye contact. And they never pretend like they never see each
People,
other.
if you're not, you can't really see her right now, but unbeatable champion, her eyes are leaking. So we're gonna get.
It's sweat. It's
Yeah,
sweat. It's
yeah.
sweat. Right. So guys, all right. So now on a reunite and on a turn back in a slow motion and look on each other.
Yeah.
Right. Who approached the conversation of going back into a relationship? How long that took to get back there,
Yeah.
and who approached it?
From that first sighting after 3
Yeah.
years.
So when they see each other and a glance back and say, all right, him look back and me look back. So yeah.
It took a while because we're both strangers again.
Yeah.
Strangers again. So we had to take a while to get back to know each other again and all these things.
Yeah, catch up
So,
and
but
so.
we now taking the same bus again. Yeah. So we had opportunity. I had an opportunity to talk, get back.
Get a good catching up and see where. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometime I will follow her, go around, walk with her, and just just
Still look
try
out
and
for her.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
So you start the nice guy. He's naturally a nice guy.
That's
based
what I'm
on
saying.
experience. It wasn't a
this
put
is-
on.
I tell you,
Right, he is.
say, even when you're a nice guy and you're in a little breakup situation, you might not have a nice answer, but this man find it.
Yeah, so
listen,
guys,
we have to
this
big
is
up the
proof.
good
They
guys out
are
there.
proof that nice guys don't always finish last.
Yeah.
Because Rohan show from the get-go say him decent. Him mother Graham right. Thank mums. You see, she all say amen because she know. Alright, so you say it took some time and you don't look out fair and all them something there. So how did that conversation go now? Because bear in mind now, in a relationship, she ended it and it's years past now. How to approach that conversation as to even get back together?
Okay, so because we were basically getting to know each other again, dating, talking as friends, feelings start to bubble again.
Yeah. Old fire stick easy to catch,
And we just talked about it and we decided to give it another try. Right.
Okay.
So we talked about
So to discuss it and just mutually decide. Let's try this.
Let's give it another try.
All right. So in that case, then, what was the most difficult thing for you guys to overcome when deciding to try again? Was it a case where probably, let's say, him did feel slighted or you did feel slighted and you probably don't have that much trust? Like, was there any difficulties or was it smooth sailing into the new chance?
year?
Yeah. Or they did have little difficulties?
For me, I had no difficulty. I knew that I didn't give the relationship enough time to grow and blossom in the first year. And so I just decided, you know what? People aren't perfect. We will have flaws. We just need to help each other to work on what needs to be worked on. And just, we talk about whatever it is that, broke us up in the first place. We talk about it. We pray about it. By the way, I'm a Christian. He's not. But sometimes, even though he's not a Christian, he will say, babe, we haven't prayed in a while. Let's pray. And we pray about stuff. Yes.
So I love how she just mentioned some of the things I mentioned last week when I said, and I have to actually talk about things. Communication is a big part of it, and you have to discuss what didn't work the last time. You can't just jump in and all of a sudden want in love again. You have to talk about, well, you did sort of give up on me before, why, you're naturally going to want to know why you're not going to give up this time, so y'all had a discussion, right? So now we're fast forward, so I start talking now on a date and decide, this makes sense because you realize that people not perfect and stuff. Are you guys married?
No,
Not yet.
Okay, so how long have you guys been together since getting back together now?
2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Yes.
So far, Una have history of about 6 years.
6 years.
Then that no.
3 on, 3 off.
Right.
But the last 2 are the strongest years because they've come back together now. They've learned and they are building fresh. So okay, I like it.
Well, I have to say the live festive beer heart a drop. Everybody in love.
Right
At
now.
one point, Albert I said, listen, him did reach home late with him up again. I'm saying feel like him watching the Love Zone.
I tell you. All right, but before we go to a quick break, persons, don't get jumpy. As I realize some of you have taken up the phones and you're going through your contacts. This is not just you can't just call up any random
all
ex.
your ex them. Don't do a raffle bag and put them name in there and shake it up.
Right.
No.
So think about it first, because they got 3 years.
Yeah,
to do some
Rohan
thinking.
basically paved the way because him set a foundation in their mind of who he is.
Yeah.
So that worked in his favor. So like I told you, said the ex they can think about and you can say, boy, he was a decent person. Perfect example, guys.
And then it's a Friday. I know you might be sipping on something, Nobody got drunk there, nobody people. Just think about it. Have a look at meds. You see how their paths cross. Nobody go to the person office go say, look how we paths cross. No. You know the person.
And don't move to the community.
Right? Let it be natural. Let it flow. We don't
and
want
take
you guys...
the bus them.
Yes.
The driver never look out for Alright, no, but for real though, all fun and joke aside. I love the story.
Like
but we're gonna go to a quick break.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we just find out a little more information. I saw a question or two on the live.
Yeah.
So we'll ask that and then also any little tips and all. So we'll be back after the break.
And you don't know, it's Start the Thing with Kim.
I say, I go and go think about a story and watch Hallmark.
Every Friday, 5 to 8 p.m. here on Funtastic Friday.
Alright, so we are back. We are still in the Talk the Thing with Kim segment. And first of all, I have to big up the listeners. Because guys, I know where they are putting a whole heap of work to get these guests here. I want to bear with me. I want to hang in there. And I appreciate you for it. I'm telling the guy the story, Netflix need to hire them. And we don't need to hire an actor. Them can play themselves. Right? Like right now we have new storyline. It's not about Hallmark always have a country and the countryman does you fall in love with him, man. No, we don't need a Hallmark movie. We have a Jamaican romance.
People.
Alright?
People, listen to me. But let's just say welcome back to Talk the Thing.
Welcome back, yes.
Here on Funtastic Friday Newstalk 93 FM. This story that we have right here, listen to me. What I'm going to do, right? We're gonna link up some producer, get some video people and
Yeah, man. Make a movie.
production. People don't make nobody else put out no show out there with this, you know. This is ours now, right? So here what we're gonna do. So when we release it now, Netflix got a call. We're gonna tell Netflix, say, listen, me, this is not available in your country.
Because them answer done we know it's not available in your country. No, but better than that. So we out here a plan movie, and Mega telling you the Funtastic family a plan the wedding.
All right.
Them work out the location.
Location.
Them say Amelia sweet treats to go make the cake.
All right.
Them say, second wave say I can fry chicken and buy a goat. Like a good wedding is being planned. And them say Albert say I'll be the professional wedding cake sampler. So you know you need a wedding cake sampler.
Yeah.
Not the bride and groom.
Yeah.
Albert's are gonna do that.
Yeah.
So right about now on the wedding under the way.
Yeah.
Underway. I'm just saying.
No rush
hold
though.
on.
Whenever you guys are ready.
No pressure,
rush.
no pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you guys reunite and on a date and stuff. And you said 2 years now. Would you say you are happy that you made that decision to try again?
And you can be honest right now. This
You
is a
can be-
safe space.
And don't vex with each other when you go home.
Yeah.
Man, yes, man. We're quite happy. We have even a son now together now.
See there.
Yes.
Yes.
Love
He
has
was
bubbled
born.
into a bouncing baby boy.
He was born in July.
Yeah.
We're
She's
both
born
in July.
I'm born in July. We're all three of us are born in July.
It's a July family.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up the show right now. We're gonna talk about destiny and fate and all of these things. One person born in July, meet somebody we're born in July, have a baby we're born in July. When me tell you this story is not a lie. I just saw it go.
Guys, we never write that script. Me can't make up stories so good. Me I telling you that for one. Me can't make up stories so good.
You know what the name of the movie?
Oh, wait, name.
Love in July.
What you say?
That's the boy.
I know, so it's not L-O-V-E-I-N. It's
Oh.
L-O-V-I-N-G.
Loving movie make. Listen, anybody out there that just hear it will copyright it just
Hey,
now.
no, don't do it.
All right?
Don't do it. I will come at you. I like it.
All right, so I want to know now what advice you guys have for anybody else that probably have an ex that they're thinking about rekindling with. When I have any recommendation, what struggles they may experience, anything?
Just if you want to do that, you know,
Come on, listen.
best if you just you have to just talk to the person, talk to each other, and find out what didn't work, why they broke up. We have an honest discussion. You know, some things she said back to me, you know, I didn't like it, but needed to hear it in order to work on these things. You know, so that's one of the advice I can give. You know, just have a serious talk about what happened, why the breakup happened, and see if both of you can work through those issues that happened during the relationship.
I love what he pointed out when he said, you know, some of the things that he heard, he didn't really want to hear it, but him just accept say something he probably need to work on. And I feel like that is one of the biggest struggles we have in relationships.
Yeah.
People are afraid to have the hard conversations. And then when you do say the hard stuff, them carry feelings, them vex and not talk to you, but you need to talk it through.
We said that last week as well, Kim. If you're not prepared to listen as well as make a few changes on your part, because nobody is perfect, you know.
No, we.
Even if you feel that the other person did you wrong, that don't mean you come back with a perfect slate. So listen as well as share. Not
Yeah.
just come share and say, this is the thing. Listen as well, because you might have a little fixing up for do. Yeah.
Exactly. So we hear Rohan's advice. Tresann, what's your advice to anybody else that's thinking about rekindling a relationship?
Well, I'd say think it through first. Think about it. Think about it. Think about if this is what you want to do, this is what you really want. And if you think that's what you want to do, talk. As Ron says, talk about it. Talk through the issues. And I mean, if you guys were together before and it didn't work out, it doesn't mean that it wasn't meant to be. But sometimes people need space, people need time to think about certain things and to work on certain things. Just think it through, talk it through, and work on it.
All right, I love that. And the final question is the question from the live. And this one, I believe, is directed to Tresann.
Okay.
How did she know that she made the right choice and know that it would work based on the past?
Wow.
Deep, right? Me tell you.
Yes, this is very deep. How did I know that I made the right choice? I guess when we spoke about the issues and I see him starting to work on them, and then things that all right, so things that I didn't allow to come to fruition, or things that I was not patient with him with, I start to be more patient with him, and I see better results. So I know that yes, I made the right choice, and I'm doing what I
So he was open to the feedback and the stuff that you needed.
Right.
And you were open to give him the time.
Right.
Yeah. Because we just want to ready make, That's a thing
Yes.
happening, ladies out there, they must want to ready make man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some of them, they have to,
work together.
Yeah, and then you will have to learn something to, because you're not perfect. Yeah, I mean, you're perfect, but you might need a little adjustment.
All of we have with flaws. And I love that AKA Skitty said, not all exes can get back together.
See that,
It
tell you.
takes a strong person to push to one the other, and both willing to try. So I love that you guys are saying this, because everything that's being discussed today and in the live is everything we mentioned last week. So when they done me and tell me, Kim, it don't make no sense, I'm going to try it already and it never worked, I was more hurt and all these things. But now, because I've tried it, so I never tried the right way.
It's not a foolproof, and it doesn't work for everybody.
It don't work for everybody. It's not all exes you need to reunite with. Enough of them, we probably should even up on the same road or the same bus with them. It shouldn't ever did happen.
And then, as I said, you can tell from what happened in the relationship. So if it's a relationship that that you personally on your side, you say, boy, say I didn't really give it any time or as much time as I could, or probably, as I said, I think somebody said it last week, or somebody said it on the Instagram page. They say sometimes right person, wrong time is a thing. So probably you were at a job that take up most of your time. You couldn't give that to the relationship. So every time you go home and cuss out the person because you're stressed from work. But if you change that environment and you realize, wait, say that person wasn't really the problem, you can try, you can check back. And the thing is that both persons have to have that little mutual interest.
Yeah. So that's actually the first point I had. You guys both have to be on the same page.
Yeah.
You see, if one on the iffy, and one on the same,
or if one person still have you blocked, nobody email them people and tell them, say, we need to get back together ASAP. I was just watching Funtastic Friday, and I tell you, they get back together and it'll work.
So we must get back together.
So reply to my email ASAP before I call your mother. Nobody with that.
No. So guys, you have to, I say, it takes a lot. I'm not going to tell anybody to just enter a rekindled relationship. It will take a lot. So if you cannot put in that work and don't want to put in that work, don't hurt nobody's son or daughter. Don't do it.
And it's not a bad thing if you're not really interested to get back with somebody. It's not a bad thing. If you've been through, you learn a lesson and you say, all right, I really don't want to go back there. It's fine. You have that time to, probably move on or move forward. That's fine. But if you do have that little kindling, as them say, check it out,
Exactly. So on that note, because we done look interview segment, we want to know our lovely guests in studio. Do you have anybody you want to big up? Any, thing you want to let the world know about?
Okay, so I want to big up my cousins. I want to big up Jody. I want to big up Sean all the way in Canada listening. I want to big up my subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Oh,
they make channel.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to be, listen, I'm already invested in this story, so I need to know how it progress.
Guys, if you want to see the first episode, I don't think they had a channel on the first year, right?
No.
So it's the Rekindling. So don't worry, they'll give you the backstory and all of that. But trust me, if you want to catch up from what's happened since the reunited, and it feels so good. Yeah. What's the name of the channel? Where can they go to follow?
Okay, so I have two channels actually. One is Let's Talk Mental Health, and the other is the Exuberant Tresann.
Okay.
The Exuberant.
The Exuberant Tresann on YouTube.
All right. So that is right now. We understand about mental health, but give us the Exuberant. Give it that spelling, because we're going to look up that right now.
Oh, Exuberant.
All right. See the people. I mean, for me, still, I know so when smart on the live, when I have that luck, but me have to, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, so AKA Skitty said, can we join live to ask question? That suspect, you know, what kind of question you want to ask?
Send us the message.
Send it for me.
You're not,
Like a proofread, because you're not match this up, you know.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Come, I can talk to our bus driver, you know. You're not matching
what
this
a
up.
person name, Kimmy?
AKA Skitty.
Skitty. That sound little
It sound very skitty.
Yeah. You don't know. So, you, when I say at the bus stop 2 weeks, I come with some mix up. Don't, this is not
We're
Jerry
not in
Springer.
that.
We're not in
No.
that. Send your questions. We can see them so that we know that, yeah, a good question. Yeah, we're not in any trouble around here.
Yes. So I had, first of all, guys, that's the end of Talk the Thing with Kim.
Yes,
I
thank you
know
very
it
much.
was such an amazing story,
Yeah.
and we never want it to end, but guess what? The relationship still are going, so you have to go follow them YouTube. Yes, YouTube channels. The Exuberant. First of all, Tresann, you never say your name right. You can't say the Exuberant Tresann. You have to have a little oomph.
Yes, sorry.
You have a little oomph. So the Exuberant Tresann, and I must remember that now. The way we repeat it,
Yeah.
and I must remember that.
Come on.
So the Exuberant Tresann with one S and two N's. All right. I'm like, AKA Skitty said, Will, what?
Will what?
First of all, I'm saying no, bare good vibes. I just
Okay.
must say first of all, no,
Good.
just only good vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But him said something else. Oh, big up from Demar to Rohan.
Oh, you said
Yeah.
no. Okay.
And a skiddling and a skiddy, a skiddles.
Oh,
Skittles.
AKA Skittles.
Skittles.
But Skitty, you couldn't tell me something I say your name wrong.
Yes.
Kimmy, I thought they probably think that you're reading it with an accent.
Right? Skitty.
Skittle.
Skitty.
Skittle.